Hey, what's up, guys? Today on Bite Size Marketing Hacks, we're going to talk about how to stop your mind from wandering. How to stop your mind from wandering. Let's go.
Welcome to the Bite Size Marketing Hack Podcast, where you get the confidence to hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Mark.
My name's Rashawn.
Welcome to Bite Size Marketing Hacks. And we try to hit in this podcast the reality of being a business or organizational leader or just creative from lots of different sides. And so, sometimes we try to go internal as well as hitting the practical. And today,
So true.
Today, I think this will be helpful because I think we can all get in this mode where where we need to dial back in internally so that we can tackle the challenge that's in front of us.
So good, Mark. And I know me, I'm a guy who is oftentimes distracted, and I get it even in circles with other leaders, and they always talk about like one of the biggest pain point or challenge for them in their business is having clarity for the next step. And I just look forward to this because I'm going to be taking notes.
Yeah, that's good. And so today our topic is how to stop your mind from wandering. And I think it's a kind of a double-edged sword, because I think if you've got any sort of part of you that's like innovative, creative, as an organizational or business leader, that's good.
Yes,
you want
so
that.
True. Definitely.
You want to be able to be somebody who's generating new ideas and leading in a way that is allowing for growth. And growth comes from innovation and new stuff. So
true.
And so it's kind of both and. You do need those creative things, but there's times where it's like, I got to dig in and I got to go, and I can't have my mind wandering all over the place right now, right?
So true. And here, all of us have these problems, even as entrepreneurs, leaders, whatever capacity that you're in right now. We all struggle with, balancing the home life, balancing, the work life, balancing relationships, community, whatever it looks like. And so let's tap into what does it look like to, even a wandering mind can be okay at times, but you have to reel it back in and set up practical steps to address those issues you're walking through.
That's it. So let's read here a little bit. How often would you say your mind wanders in a typical day? More than 10? More than 100? More than 1,000? When you're stressed, your mind is especially prone to wandering. It all boils down to what's referred to as time stress.
Wow.
If you tend to worry about the piles of tasks and activities you have on your plate, or that you won't live up to your potential, you're experiencing time stress. Oh my goodness. That was me just yesterday. I was feeling like, got all this stuff to do. Am I just not going to ever be able to accomplish all the things that I want to do? And I just start to spiral almost.
Yeah.
And then I find 10 or 15 minutes has passed and I haven't done anything. I've just been thinking about all the stuff that I've got to do. And
on the plate.
These time-related thoughts all cause your mind to wander and your stress level to rise. And this isn't how you want to, number one, live your life or guide those that you're leading.
Yeah.
You want to be your best self. So let's talk about ways to do that. Number one, pay attention to where your mind wanders. And I think this is an interesting thing to start with, because it almost would seem like you want to control it and you want to bring it back and you want to say, stop wandering, mind. But instead it's, pay attention to where your mind is wandering.
Wow.
So why would we do that? What do you think?
I would say one of the big reasons is because if we want one, clarity, we got to get rid of the confusion.
Yes.
We got to really address what it is that we're worried and stressed about.
Yes.
And you really, write that thing down. Say, I'm going to handle this later on today outside of, this work time that I've devoted.
Right.
Really staying true to the schedule by being intentional. But say, I'm going to address that mess later.
That's
and
good.
Actually address it and be really intentional about that. I really think it's important.
That's so important.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that we trick ourselves into as human beings in general is that we're multitaskers.
Yeah.
We all convince ourselves that we can handle 4, 5,
Gladiators.
6, 8. Yes. But all the science says we are not multitaskers.
So true.
Even when even women. So women can get this whole reputation as better multitaskers. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble, women, but the science actually shows that you're better at switching from this to this to this to this really quickly.
Yeah, so
but that's
true.
not the same as multitasking, where you can have multiple things going on at once in your head.
So true.
Okay, so I mean, my
so
my
true.
wife is better at switching back and forth than I am, which we've called multitasking, but sorry, she's
Yeah.
actually not better at multitasking.
So true.
But this comes into play here because it's like if we let our mind wander to that list of stuff we're trying to multitask, and instead of multitasking, write it down and then make a plan to deal with it later at a specific time, we can
woosah.
dial in now and
Woosah.
actually be present with what we're working on.
So good. And that reminds me of my son the other day. It was time to eat, and he had
Yeah.
this big teddy bear in his lap, or like in his, hands, and he was
Yeah.
enjoying the time with the teddy bear, and then he had Peppa Pig playing on the cell phone. And it was time to eat, so I went over and
Right.
grabbed him, and I was taking him over to where he eats on his high chair, and he still has this stuff in his hand. I'm like, son, set it down. When I try to sit it down, he's crying and he's screaming.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, I just set him down in there with it, and then I brought him his food, and he was trying to do everything at once.
Yeah.
And it just was a ball of confusion.
Doesn't
it was so
work.
crazy. So, guys, we in the same way need
Yes.
to know when to let go.
Yeah.
And set it aside. And focus on what's really matters, and what we need to do.
Oh, that's funny. Man. So let's see. Number 2 here is do nothing.
Wow,
So
do nothing.
how motivating is that?
Yes.
Do nothing. I'm going to read here a little bit. Maya Angelou once said, each person deserves a day away in which no problems are confronted, no solutions searched for. Whoa. Each person deserves a day away in which no problems are confronted, no solutions searched for. So
good.
each of us needs to withdraw from the cares which will not withdraw from us. Everyone needs to stop and take breaks. Otherwise, your cortisol levels and stress levels go
Wow.
up into overdrive, and then your physiology, your body is not
Yeah.
going to allow you to actually engage meaningfully into your work.
That's so good.
It's actually strategic and makes sense for us to build in rest breaks,
Yeah.
so that over time we can be at our peak best and functioning at peak work levels. It's actually
So
not
good.
most effective to work all the way throughout the day.
Wow, that's so good, Mark. And it reminds me of, just my struggles with anxiety at times. They say, even a scientist, I think from Yale or something, recently said the average person today is equivalent to a 1950 psychiatric patient. The average
geez.
person that,
geez.
yes, the average person, that struggles with anxiety, or
Yeah.
we're riddled by anxiety in this generation. This is just crazy. Like,
is.
it's hard to slow down these
Yes.
days, but we need to. It's
We
for
do.
our souls. So, yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
So number 3 way to keep your mind from wandering is to delegate. And so I think if we are at all wired like we have an idea, and we want to go there, we want to
Yeah.
see it happen, we oftentimes can want to see it done our way, and we want to have our hands in how it's all happening.
Yeah.
And we can tend to micromanage and kill ourselves,
Yeah,
number 1.
so
But
true.
also, it actually defeats your ability to complete the vision if you can't pass it off. So,
Wow, that's so good. So delegation is so important, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the dangers of micromanaging are tough because
Yes.
one, we were never meant to feel every.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why everyone's infinitely has this value, infinite value, and everyone has giftings and talents. Sometimes it's best to put your little feet out of the bigger shoes.
So one of the guys I respect, he's a Christian leader. His name's Andy Stanley, and
Okay.
he uses this phrase. He
Yeah.
says, "Only do what only you can do." And it sounds like a tongue
good.
twister, but what he's saying is there are some non-critical decisions that you are making.
Wow.
Every day, you might not need to figure out what kind of coffee is being served in the lobby of your business.
So true.
It's not a critical decision.
Yeah.
So what are the decisions that only you need to be making so that you get that off your mind and you're
Yeah.
focused on what's most important?
So true.
Another guy that we talk about sometimes, Craig Rochelle.
Yeah, Craig.
He actually has other people pick out his wardrobe sometimes.
That's crazy.
He will say, I don't want to spend my mental energy, my emotional energy on figuring out what I'm going to wear. I'm delegating that out to my assistant. You know my
Nice.
preferences. You pick stuff out for me for the week. I'm just going to put it on.
Wow, that's insane. I'm starting to wonder, do they just send it via Amazon and it just has a whole closet in his
Yes.
office or something?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Exactly.
It's over my head, but that's beautiful.
That's it.
I love it.
So
Cool.
So I guess today that kind of wraps us up here. But to keep your mind from wandering, there are some specific things that you can do, and you can get strategic about, and not just keep. Because I think the biggest thing to take away is like working harder, doing more,
Yes.
doesn't equal more productive.
So true.
So keeping our mind
So
from
true.
wandering looks like embracing that we need rest. It looks like delegating out to others. It looks like just getting smart about how we're living our life and our work life.
Wow. When you increase in delegation,
Yeah.
you decrease in stress. That's what
There it
Mark's
is.
saying.
There it is.
Let's go.
We'll leave it on that. See you next time.
See you next week.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. And visit us at bitesizemarketinghacks.com for more resources and episodes that will help you hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.